I've done several solo trips in my 8 years of traveling the world, and I know that solo travel can be a bit daunting. There are a lot of unknowns, and without anyone there to help you, you're stuck relying on yourself to manage and handle everything. So here are 8 ways to break down your fear of solo travel. All travel, especially solo travel, is a lot of problem solving. Everything you do can be broken up into small problems, which you'll then need to solve. The more problems you solve, the better you get at solving them. The key is trusting in your abilities to naturally solve these travel-related problems. Most of them are the same problems you'd solve at home, and when you take it step by step, it's much easier. Think about it like this. How would you find accommodation and places to eat or things to do in your hometown? Google? Well, the same things work abroad. It's the same skill set, just in a different location. Determine your comfort zone. It's okay not to know right away, as there is no right or wrong way to travel. Traveling solo doesn't mean you have to travel solo the whole trip. You can easily mix it up and add an organized tour group here or there to accompany your travels. You can choose to do public transit or just take a cab. Don't push yourself beyond your limits and figure out what is and isn't in your comfort zone. When I first started solo travel, it was in New Zealand. I was so nervous. The same day I arrived, I booked a huge hop-on, hop-off tour bus. It allowed me to travel around the country via a safe bus network and to hop off into places that I wish to spend more time in. And that helped ease me into solo travel. It also allowed me to stay longer in places by myself. In hindsight, I wish I didn't book as big of a tour right away, and I gave myself a bit more time to adjust because I just wasn't feeling comfortable. On the tourist trail. Not necessarily the most touristy places, but places that have a lot of information and infrastructure. When you are starting out, this means it's easy to get around and to figure out where to go. You won't get lonely. Making friends is very, very easy once you are on the road. When you are pushed out of your comfort zone, it forces you to reach out to people for help, for questions, and just for general socialization. You have to open up. You need to learn to be the instigator, the person starting up the conversation. Even if it's just as simple as saying, "Hi, I'm Nadine. What's your name?" to the person next to you. When I was at the airport trying to figure out how do I get to my hostel, I noticed a few other backpackers trying to do the same. So I went up to them and I asked them where they were going, if they were heading into town, and if they wanted to share a ride. Better yet, they knew of the public bus, which was $1.30 instead of the $30 that the taxis were trying to charge me. So I asked if I could follow along, and we all found the stop together, and lo and behold, our hostels were right beside each other. It worked out great. Learning to put yourself out there and to talk to people is such a valuable skill you will learn to master the more you travel solo. Act confident and like you know what you are doing, then scammers are less likely to bother you. Walk with purpose and try to blend in as much as possible. This is the time to be extra inconspicuous with your clothing and jewelry. You're trying to not stand out as much as you can. Start small. If you've never traveled by yourself and are considering a lengthy solo trip, start by doing a small trip first. This helps calm anxious friends and family members, and it helps you gain more confidence in your skills as a solo traveler. Think of it like learning to swim. You don't just jump off the deep end. You start in the kiddie pool with water wings and you learn how to swim. You practice and then you work your way out to the deep end with your swimming abilities. Always have a working phone. If you are traveling with someone else, this isn't as important, but if you are alone, please make sure that you can call someone if you are lost or if you need help. This is like safety 101. We live in the age of cellular technology. It's 2018. Everybody has a phone. Take advantage of it. Plus, when you are connected on your phone, it is the source of so much knowledge. It's basically your own digital best friend. It can provide you with any kind of resource you can imagine. So love your phone when you are solo traveling. Always trust your gut. It's surprisingly good at knowing when you should or shouldn't do something. So listen to your gut. Unless of course it's after a big meal, in which case it's probably just a little bit of indigestion. Travel solo when ready. Only travel alone if you feel you are ready. It's normal to be nervous and scared, but if you are so worried, scared, and nervous that you are making yourself ill, or if it's causing you a ton of stress, then maybe this time isn't right for you. Practice makes perfect, and by starting small, you can build up that confidence, and you can and you will become a great solo traveler. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and let me know down below in the comments if you've ever done any solo trips before, and what did you find helped you get over the fear of it? If you aren't subscribed to me already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on any of my next videos. Bye.